Hi, I'm Dave DiGiusto. I'm the Executive Director of Stem Cells and Cellular Therapeutic Operations at Stanford. And we are currently having the first annual Academic cGMP operations meeting, where we've invited the leaders of the academic manufacturing facilities from around the country to discuss their programs in terms of how do they build the program, what do they do in their program, what are the pain points in the program, and to have people meet and interact to develop a network of people who manufacture cell and gene-based therapies for clinical trials to be able to interact, solve problems, and create best standard practices.
I think one of the beauties of this field is that we've done so much over the last 5 years that now we all have massive queues for production, and it's great to talk to other people about how you address those issues and just ways that we've gotten here over the last 5 years.
Really, the main take-home message that I learned here today is that there are a number of other facilities that struggle with exactly the same day-to-day issues that we struggle with.
It's been probably overdue to have a cGMP-focused discussion on cell therapies, and so I was really looking forward to coming and learning what challenges other folks are having and what lessons learned that I could apply to the facility as we build it and open it up for clinical trials.
I'm new to Fred Hutch. I've been there about 2 years. So trying to understand the academic setting, I came out of industry. Having other academic colleagues to bounce ideas off of has been instrumental. I think we should do a lot more of these to see if I'm amazed at the fact that we're all facing the same problems. I think you get into a bit of a silo where you're the only one facing these issues and you don't know how to fix them, but it sounds like a lot of us face the same.
When I come to these type of meetings, what I find is that you always learn about a particular type of reagents that you have not heard about that could be helpful, but also you vastly benefit from the expertise of your colleagues in the same field who have encountered the same type of problems and who have maybe been able to find some solutions that you can implement in your own area of expertise. So it's really important, and these are generally solutions that are not the subjects of white papers. They are fine details that people may not be able or willing to discuss, but that are really important for the field.
So I think we began as a very small field, and we all knew each other and consulted each other, but now that things have exploded over the past few years, we're finding that we have to recruit and train people to bring into the field, people that may have not been thinking of this as the way that they wanted to develop their career. And because of that, we're doing much more outreach and education than we had been previously. In part, it's for our own benefit as our facilities have grown, but also new facilities are springing up in other institutions, not only in the U.S. but around the world. So we're really in the stage of growing the field and educating people who are coming into the field.
I do think that being in my position, which is having a PhD background in immunology, and being a clinician who also rotates in the hospital, has been PI on clinical trials, does afford me a unique perspective on this. And I think that a lot of what we heard today in terms of challenges was common communication pathways, nomenclature, and education. And I feel like someone such as myself is uniquely poised to do that education where that can be somewhat lacking. And I think that you don't necessarily have to have a medical director who is a clinician or a medical director at all, but finding liaisons within the clinical team to help you educate and advocate among their peers is really helpful.
I think the thing that we've all learned and we've all taken comfort from is that we all face pretty much the same challenges at all of the facilities, and it falls to us as a group to try and come up with some of the best ways to handle manufacturing, releasing these products, and how to interact with the government on making sure that they're safe and effective.
Well, I think what became really apparent is that Building support from institutions at the highest level is very important. I learned that at the meeting. I thought maybe it was just me that I had to communicate at a high level to build an expectation and to manage those expectations and garner the support we need to be successful. It appears everyone does that. I heard some very innovative methods for including at the highest level people that are decision makers and funders. I think really not just finding and hiring staff, which is very challenging, but growing that staff, educating that staff, developing that staff so that you can retain them and have consistency in your ability to produce these. It's a big challenge. I've seen a lot of things here about how things that people do to engage their staff. For me, engaging my staff was having the symposium so they could meet other people, hear about how they do things, and realize that we're not alone in this. We all work together.
And what are the next steps for the symposium and the wider network?
So we plan on doing this annually, and we would like to engage more people, bring people in from other centers that weren't able to make it this time to really broaden our expertise and our view of what's going on. I think we'll probably rotate the location of the symposium to accommodate people in other locations. So we might need to go to the East Coast or farther south or the Midwest just so we can make it available to people in a local, regional fashion. But our intention is to do this annually.
Do you think some of the translational issues behind the more soft perspectives, operational perspectives, could be relayed to the wider community globally? And are they translational across the wider community?
Yeah, and we intend to write a white paper of our findings here. And we had these working groups where we asked everyone to record their thoughts and processes, and we'll convey that. But I think also, we'll use the opportunity. I'm a member of the International Society for Cell Therapy, and we'll use that platform, other platforms, ASGCT, AAVB, to name a few, to really kind of coalesce people around these issues with translational stuff that we all suffer from the same limitations, and many of us can share our solutions. So I think the information is very valuable and can be spread, and as we engage more and more people, I think sort of the flow of information will be more productive and help more people.
Great, thanks a lot, and potentially see you next year.
Okay, we'll see you guys next year. Thanks.